Let's get some intel on the top 5 players in the 2028 class because Rivals dropped the initial top 100 for 2028. Now we're talking about recruits that are entering their sophomore year. So at the end of their sophomore season, I'm told Charles Power and the boys are going to expand this to a top 300. But for now, we are focused in on the best of the best. Steve, let's start with Bryson Wright out of Mandarin High School over there in Jacksonville. He's 6'3.5", 210, entering his sophomore season at wide receiver. Who is in on Bryson Wright?
Well, the early frontrunners for Bryson Wright, Ohio State, Miami, Florida. He also has a keen eye on places like LSU and Texas. And you put his measurables out there, Josh, he's ready to play college football right now. He was maybe the most dominant wide receiver that we saw on the 7-on-7 circuit, regardless of grade. His ball skills are elite. His ability to go up and catch the football, create separation. He's got all the traits coveted at the position. He took a visit to Ohio State this summer. It blew him away. When I asked him who he looks up to, Jeremiah Smith was the first name he mentioned. Obviously, Ohio State's track record of development at receiver, the way that they prepare those guys to be instant impact players in the NFL is what excites him most about the Buckeyes. The way they push their wide receivers, the competition in practice is going to be big for Bryson Wright. Who are the DBs I'm going to get to go up against each and every day? He knows that Ohio State recruits among the best in the secondary as well. I think it's early, but Ohio State setting the tone. Miami is another program where he's visited numerous times. They were first to offer. He feels at home at Miami amongst those players. The way that they brought him in made him feel like he's already part of the team. Certainly Miami's offense among the best in college football. Their receivers coach, Kevin Beard, does a good job developing guys and also building relationships. So the Hurricanes right there for Bryson Wright. Florida has been rising. He wants to get to a Texas game. His teammate Jamie French signed with Texas in this past class. And then LSU, the history of wide receivers. Those are the programs to watch early for Bryson Wright, who is as talented a player as there is in high school football going into the season, regardless of grade.
All right, let's head down the coast of Florida about 2 hours where we get the top quarterback in the state, Champ Monds, 6'2.5", 219 pounds. He goes to Vero Beach High School. Steve, who is in early on Monds?
Well, he told me the schools that have his attention early in his process are Ohio State, Florida, Tennessee, and LSU. He's been able to visit those campuses. When you talk about the Buckeyes at LSU, the way that they develop quarterbacks, the style of play, the Heisman Trophy winners, the NFL draft success, those two programs, it's obvious why they stick out. At Tennessee, felt like family when he was on the Vols campus. Just loved the vibe and environment around Josh Heupel in that program. And then again, certainly the success that they've had offensively, the opportunity to help get Tennessee back to the mountaintop. The Vols are in the thick of that one. And then Florida, they've compared him to DJ Lagway, the opportunity to come in there after Lagway and see the blueprint, right? Those were his words, that Florida has shown him how they're bringing DJ Lagway along, and that's exciting for him. But look, there's several other programs in the mix for Champ Monds as well. This is a young man. His grandfather played in the NFL, was an All-American at Nebraska. His uncle, defensive lineman in the NFL. His father played in the Atlanta Braves organization, was on the Braves 40-man roster. So he comes from a very athletic family that understands how this process works. And they've expressed to him, you just got to stay humble. And so this is a young man, in addition to his physical traits, 6'3", 210 pounds, can make all the throws, also mobile, had a really good freshman year for Vero Beach. He's got all the intangibles coveted at the position because of his family history, the way he's been raised. It's going to be an exciting recruitment. Buckeyes, LSU, Vols, and Gators setting the pace going into his sophomore campaign.
All right, let's head to California where we have another top player, Gaige Weddle. Name might sound familiar. He's out of San Diego, California. Listed as an athlete, Steve. What do you make of Weddle's early favorites?
Yeah, you want to talk about pedigree. He is the son of Eric Weddle, who's on his way to the NFL Hall of Fame, 5-time All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler, now Gaige Weddle's head football coach. Gaige Weddle plays quarterback and plays safety. He doesn't know which one he wants to play on the next level. Charles Power and I were talking about his film. He is a high-level thrower of the football. He is still developing at that position, fine-tuning his game, but his upside at the quarterback position is exciting. And his father said that he's going to take another step under center this year. So he could potentially play quarterback on the next level. It's obvious he's got all the traits coveted to play safety, from the speed, quickness, physicality, football instincts, ability to read and react, come downhill and make a play. And then he's just got all the leadership traits. He's an alpha on the field, and his recruitment is just now starting to take off. Obviously, Utah and BYU are programs that are in the mix early. His dad starred at Utah. He's going to be at the Utah-UCLA game in LA to kick off the season. Oklahoma is coming on strong. He plans to be at the Oklahoma-Michigan game in week 2. They're going to get to USC for some games this fall. The Trojans are doing a good job recruiting Gaige Weddle early. But when all's said and done, he's going to be one of the most coveted players in the country. It'll be interesting to see who else he develops relationships with, because this guy's film is awesome. He was a fantastic two-way player as a freshman, and he's going to take another big leap as a sophomore.
All right, at number 4, we got Amir Sears, the top corner in the class. He's 6'1", 160. As a sophomore, he's at West Broward High School. Steve, fill us in on his recruitment.
Yeah, so much buzz around this young man. Got a chance to talk to him at the Overtime OT7 finals in South Florida. And his presence, his ability to cover, change direction, reaction speed, makeup speed. This kid's a special young prospect, and there are some schools doing well early in his process, and that starts with the Miami Hurricanes. He's visited a couple times. It's close to home. This is as coveted a target for the Hurricanes as there is in 2028 with the Bryson Wrights of the world. And the opportunity for them to compete against each other in practice, I think, is exciting for both of them as they go through their process. So Amir Sears, he's high on Miami, really likes Georgia a lot as well. That's another program to watch in the recruitment of Amir Sears. How about Nebraska? The Cornhuskers are doing a great job with blue chippers in 2027 and 2028. They got Sears to campus this summer. They're a team to watch. And then he gave USF some love this week, said that Alex Golesh and company are in that early school list of who's impressing him. He's obviously going to be able to choose wherever he wants to go, but Miami, Georgia, Nebraska, and USF doing a nice job with him early.
All right, let's talk about the last player in this top 5 for 2028. That's Marcus Fakatu. Unbelievable size here for a sophomore, 6'7", 260 pounds, projected as a defensive lineman. He's out of California at Orange Lutheran.
Notre Dame, Oregon, Ohio State are the programs that he mentioned to me in the past week that are off and running in his recruitment. Certainly you expect USC and some others to become a factor, but those 3 right now are doing a great job, not only because of what they present on the field, but this is a young man looking for the total package of a college experience, academics, culture, environment, and he likes the vibes around Oregon, Notre Dame, and Ohio State at this point in his process.
All right, that is it for the top 5 of the top 100 for 2028. Go check out the full list up on Rivals right now.